No one likes talking about this. It's not a sexy concept in my industry at all, but I'm going to use the B word. A lot of times people say, "Do I have enough to retire?" And it all comes down to your budget. How much do you plan on spending when you retire? And if people have just no idea, or if I'm working with younger clients and that's a long ways off. So typically, studies show that people spend around 75% of their income before retiring is what they need to budget for in retirement. So if you made $100,000 a year before retirement, you should try to budget for $75,000 gross income in retirement. Just if people have no idea, I'll try to. Some studies say up to 90%, somewhere between 70 and 90%. So yeah, just having a financial plan and looking at cash flow projections, understanding where your kind of secure income's coming from, and then what that gap is you have to fill.
Something you had brought up earlier was that you get referred to a lot of women that are. Do you find that there's any difference in women business owners, men business owners, widows, anything like that you would highlight as far as like, hey, here's a difference outside of the obvious, of course, but is there any different strategies or tactics that get made for a female owned business that you could share?
I'd say women in general tend to be more of long-term planners. And I like that a lot because the market's going to go up and the market's going to go down, and it makes you kind of more grounded and less reactive to what's going on in the news and all the noise in the market if you're focused more on those long-term goals and objectives and kind of checking in with that financial plan whenever we meet. I think it keeps us grounded and reminds us, hey, we're still doing this right. Yes, the market's down, or yes, it's up, but you're still on track for your long-term goals and objectives. So that's a reason I like working with women quite a bit. Sometimes men, I think, almost get a little more of that fear of missing out. They want to beat the market. They, maybe chase returns a little bit more. And I don't find that as much with my female clients. On my website, there's a blog post or newsletter I did back in 2022. I sent this TED Talk to my clients. I liked it a lot. It's called The 4 Phases of Retirement by Dr. Riley Moynes. I might be saying his last name wrong. But it's a video about just psychologically the phases people go through. The vacation phase typically lasts about a year, and you just embrace not having a schedule. Then there's the feeling lost phase, where you question things, you suffer from fear, anxiety, or even depression. And he says, don't worry, this is normal. Then there's the trial and error phase, where you're trying to recreate meaning in your life, trying different things. And the last one is reinvent and rewire, where you are finding meaning and purpose and just trying to squeeze the juice out of retirement. It's a really good video. I like to share it with people whenever they're about to retire.
It's good.
Yeah.